Hello. Hey, I've decided I am going to start some comics and chat to people. They are inclined to hop on. See if anyone is about. Oh, yeah, I'll just start some comics. Starting with this box here. Judge Anderson. Let's start to mention John Wagner, Alan Grant. Fantastic artwork in that book. There's some joke magic stuck to it. I really need to mind the boxes. We have two people watching. Who's in the chat? I really like the old school 70s and 80s art. Oh, you can see it there. Okay. Oh, 2000 AD was like renting an 18s movie when you were a kid. Because they didn't really hold back on what they did. It wasn't really aimed at kids. Jordi Belair's comic. This is basically very much like a John Carpenter story. If you like kind of witches and kind of The Exorcist and stuff, it's worth checking out. The art is interesting. I think the art it suits the tone of the book. I got a bunch of raw Space Knight comics of my friend John. IDW. Give me a rake of them. Hey Jennifer, how you doing? You're organizing your DVDs as well. Jennifer? How do you organize your DVDs? Do you like put them in alphabet or by genre? More ROM Space Knight. Let's turn on the light a bit. See better. Yeah, there we go. More light. Lots more light. Yeah, no, I'm just chilling. More ROM Space Knight. Kind of like the Guyver. Not to compare it to anything, the Guyver. Hello.
Hey, Martin.
What are you up to? Any crack? Not to compare it to anything, the Guyver. Nothing strange? Can you hear me, Mark?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Nothing strange with you?
Nuh-uh.
My housemate give me doubles as well. I fucking 2 issue 9s, 2 issue 10s. Oh, what are you up to this evening? You're not babysitting. 2 issue 11s. Issue 12. Issue 12 with an alternate cover. Yeah, I think like there's stuff here if I ever opened up a shop I'd actually sell off. You watching anything tonight, Mark?
I'm not babysitting. My niece has school tomorrow.
Okay. You watching any movies or anything tonight, no?
I started watching Raised by Wolves.
Oh, it's a great show.
It's kind of weird. It takes a little getting used to, but I kind of like it.
A lot of people theorize it's set in the same universe as Alien because the synthetic's blood is white. The android blood is white. Really cool comic. Batman versus aliens. He's in South America. He's beating the shit out of aliens. Oh, but what the fuck is this? What you make of it so far?
I like it. It's kind of like the Jungle Book with the Jungle Book theme when you put it in like a future dystopian universe.
Dude, Mark, your audio's breaking up, dude. Audio's kind of a bit wonky. I'm watching Better Off Dead. Is that the one with Amanda Mutt? And she becomes a Grim Reaper. I think it is.
I only know one Better Off Dead, and that's with
No, dude. I thought your audio had gone. No, I was wondering with yourself. I was wondering what do you think of it so far? Like.
Oh, what do I think of it? I like it.
Like it. I think it's a retelling of Romulus and Remus, and like the establishment of Rome. Yeah.
They took the mythology of Romulus and Remus and then actually put it into like a futuristic world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got these. This is a magazine that 2000 AD released, and it's all political kind of comics. It's all about like 70s punk culture. It's called Crisis. Brendan McCarthy was involved in it, and oh yeah, it was released. Not only was it released in England, it was also released in Australia. Some of the art on it is really fucking nice. I don't know if you can see that there, but really fucking nice.
Cool. That kind of reminds me of Evil Dead.
Yeah, the dark. Actually, hang on a minute. Hold on. You might be fucking onto something there, Mark. Who done the cover? Contents.
Well, the only reason I said that is because the one guy,
Simon Bisley. Yeah, it's Simon Bisley, and I think he done the Army of Darkness and Evil Dead adaptions of graphic novels for Dark Horse. So yeah, you're actually fucking dead in the money. Check out this creepy fucking cover. Oh, Better Off Dead. I love Better Off Dead. Sorry, Jennifer. Better Off. There's the bit where John Cusack's continuously trying to commit suicide, and he jumps off a bridge and lands in the back of a garbage truck, and there's two African American kind of electrical repairmen, and they're like, damn shame when someone throws away a perfectly good white boy. I love that line. Oh, these are my favorite. This is it's Flesh. Have you ever read Flesh?
No.
Okay, so in the future, in like 500 years in the future, there's no food. There's absolutely no food. So scientists create time machines where people go back in time and hunt and harvest meat from dinosaurs. And like they have these big factories where they fucking just they kill dinosaurs and they slaughter them and send the meat back through time. But yeah, no, it's gory as fuck. Like here, I don't know. I don't know if you can see that. A poor Parasaurolophus. I don't know if you can see it there.
Yeah. It's not you're holding the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I was just cutting its throat with a chainsaw. Like, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
But, yeah. Yeah, that was weird, Jennifer, where the hamburger starts fucking singing. This, another issue of Flesh, kind of based on Jaws.
Just once, I want a shark movie where the shark actually fucking wins.
Yeah, I like Jaws is just a what? Jaws is just a shark fucking standing up for nature. Like, hang on, my favorite part in this comic is like yeah, one of the characters is like hunting a mosasaur in a submarine, and he's like, "Show me the way to go home." I like that. Uh, the first of the Prometheus comics, the Prometheus crossover comics, where a bunch of predators steal an engineer ship. It's pretty fucking crazy. But did you collect any of the old Dark Horse comics back in the day?
No, not that I can remember. I had a lot of I was more of a DC guy when I first started out, and then it was like Batman, and then they introduced Superman. I was like, fuck, Superman kind of puts Batman to shame if you actually think about it.
Yeah. What did you think when you had all these people going around? Well, Batman's too fucking cool. He'd beat Superman. Here's like fucking. I loved. I don't know if you watched Angry Joe Vargas.
No, I don't think so.
He done a video. It was like, okay, here's 10 ways. Here's 10 ways that Batman could defeat Superman. But the thing is, because he was a big Superman fan, he turned around and goes, okay, so here's 55 ways Superman could defeat Batman. It's like one of them was just fill Wayne Manor with bears. Just grab bears under his arm. Just constantly fill the Batcave with bears.
I mean, just from a physical standpoint, okay, let's just say, you take powers aside, and it's just a straight up fist fight. Superman's still the Man of Steel.
Yeah, he could decapitate.
He's gonna break his hand.
He could decapitate Batman with one fucking punch. He'd do what Jason Voorhees done to that poor kid in fucking Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, I was about to say it'd be Friday the 13th all over again. He punches Batman in the chest. He's coming out with his heart. I mean, yeah, okay. From a technological standpoint, Batman could hypothetically, get his hands on some kryptonite and make some sort of bomb or something to defeat Superman.
But here's the thing. I have a friend of mine. Hey, Trenchy, jump in if you want to. I have a friend of mine. He's a huge Superman fan, and he says it's not only Superman's strength and powers that's enhanced by Earth's yellow sun, it's also his intelligence. Like, yeah, Superman is a Kryptonian. He has Kryptonian intellect. He knows how to use Kryptonian science. Like,
yeah, Superman's not only Bruce Wayne. Superman is smart as fuck.
Yeah, it's. I think a lot of people forget that. They're like, oh,
yeah. When everybody sees Superman, all they see is his brute strength. They don't stop to realize that Superman is like a fucking walking supercomputer.
He is. He's enhanced by. My God, Trenchy, your gift scares the shit out of me.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, leave it. I like it. Have cheese. Will travel. Hey, dude, how you doing? I'm just sorting comics and talking about comics here, and the whole Batman v Superman thing. Where did you stand with all that fucking nonsense, Trenchy?
It's like I like it when they face off. I think Superman should win a little bit more. I think it should be even. Like Batman should win some, Superman should win some. I like the idea of Batman whooping Superman's ass, but it's like, let Superman win a couple.
Like, again, it's basically a man versus a fucking god. So, like,
Yeah, but that's the fun thing.
I'm not complaining. I have my own issues with the Zack Snyder movie. I think he turned both characters into fucking psychopaths,
Yeah,
and
he did.
yeah, it was convoluted, and just that Martha thing. Why did you say that name? What are the fucking odds? Did you guys ever play Injustice?
Yeah.
I know the
There's a
story.
part there's bits in that game where you can you end up doing a superhero clash and you can draw, and it's like Martality. Imagine there was a thing called Martality where like you both say your mother's name is Marta. Martality.
Uh,
But yeah, no, I'm just sorting some comics here, and I'm kind of on a bit of a downer over some stuff, so I said I'd just fucking come on and see what's what, and who's bombing around, like, you know. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go on to Trenchy in a minute, but Mark, like, up to what point did you keep collecting comics? Did you like into your adulthood, or did you kind of like
I kind of waned off comics in after
wait,
after I
Mark? Would
was
you
in
say
high school.
Mark? Would you say you Bruce Wayne'd off comics?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, you Bruce Wayne'd off comics. But no, like, would
But
you ever get back into them, or you think it's just an expensive endeavor now at this stage?
if I was going to get back into it, I would have to start going into graphic novels because my favorite character is Eric Draven from The Crow, and that's where he got his start.
If I had to recommend, if you wanted to read a cool kind of Crow comic, it doesn't star Eric Draven, but it does star. Hello, hey, it does star. It does star fucking another character, another musician, um, from the who's was affected by the Crow, and the fact remains that it's set during World War One. It's in a concentration camp, and a Jewish violinist is brought back by the Crow, and he fucking makes shit of the camp. It's called Skin in the Wolves.
Well, The Crow is The Crow. I say Eric Draven because Brandon Lee, was.
Oh
When I,
yeah, he's the most. He's the
when I think,
most. He's the most significant.
yeah, when I think of The Crow, that's that's who I associate with. But The Crow could be anybody in the graphic novels.
Yeah,
Anybody that was involved.
it was who the Crow decided.
Yeah,
Yeah, Will View makes a good point. As far as Batman versus Superman goes, if Superman fought like Batman would be dead in a nanosecond. So yeah, again,
yeah,
I think the point have Cheetah Will View saying that Superman knows his strength. He's holding back.
yeah.
Um, essentially, essentially, he has a moral. Okay, Batman won't kill either, but Batman is fairly loosey goosey with things. If kind
Yeah,
of if a character if a bad guy gets mortally wounded fighting Batman, Batman doesn't consider him stuff like that end in the Batman Begins. I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. He's like Batman's kind of like very kind of loose and wild with his his methodology.
yeah,
the
my
thing though is Batman could kill because after the death of his parents, Batman just snaps. Clark, on the other hand, was raised by the Kents to use his gifts to help mankind.
One thing I again, it's thanks to a friend of mine. It's thanks to a friend of mine, Anthony. I've gained a respect for Superman. But one thing I always found that I think Brightburn does a fantastic job is, if you realize you have the powers of a god, that classic line always comes to mind. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Mhm.
Hey, John, do you want to jump in on this? Here, I'm gonna paste the thing in, and if John wants to jump in, he can.
Hey, John.
But yeah, no. Again, it's kind of a case that if someone had those powers, I don't care how mom and pop apple pie you fucking are, you are going to act the bollocks. I mean, from like again, they kind of do it. They kind of do it
Yeah, but if you
in
look at
Smallville,
Brightburn,
where Clark uses his extra vision to look into the shower rooms. Like again, it's
if you look at Brightburn, if just from the get go, he's no, you can tell just like he's gonna do his own shit. I don't give a fuck what mom and pop say. I'm here to, you know, as the line from They Live would say, I am here to kiss and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
do you think that 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 character's an aberration because he's grown up to be a psychopath, or do you think that would have been any case? Or well, obviously there was the influence of the ship. They kind of done that in Smallville as well. That the character wasn't sent there as a hero; he was sent there to conquer them. He was sent to a planet that was more primitive, and its life forms weren't as advanced. Therefore, he could conquer them more easily.
You
Yeah.
go ahead, Trenchy.
I was gonna say I always found it interesting in Smallville when they brought in the red kryptonite, which they brought out on I think Supergirl as well, because it's great to see like this unstoppable force that was like the good guy become the bad guy, and it's like, oh no, how are our protagonists gonna stop this? It's like
Like again, it's you're dealing with what's essentially a fucking god. Like it's not a case of it's not a case of this character has like okay, well, kryptonite obviously, but bar that he's unlimited power. You're
Yeah.
essentially you're essentially next. I only think the next most powerful being to Superman might be Dr. Manhattan. Like
mm,
Dr. Manhattan can create and destroy life on a molecular level. Like he's probably the next most powerful being to that. And I'm not going to get into the likes of fucking Galactus or
That's not God level. That's way above God level when you start dealing with
yeah,
stuff like this.
yeah.
yeah. Well, the thing about Dr. Manhattan is he's supposed to be like a parrot, not a parody, but he's supposed to be like kind of a version of Superman. What if this person had all this power?
Yeah,
Because
you know the story behind that, Trenchy. Alan Moore wanted to do kind of a murder mystery involving the Justice League, and
Mhm.
DC were like, "No, you're not having like fucking Batman, fucking Wonder Woman in like the Batcopter. You're not having fucking Superman laser up a bunch of Vietnamese." So he went off and he made his own characters. Rorschach was meant to be the question.
Mhm.
Superman was obviously Manhattan was meant to be Superman. Night Owl was meant to be Batman. Silk Spectre, I think, was either supposed to be Wonder Woman or Wonder Girl. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Uh, the comedian was supposed to be
The
I
Joker.
think huh?
He was supposed to be the Joker. He was heavily based off of the Joker.
Yeah, no, but the other he was supposed to be another character as well. I think it might have been Slade Wilson. I
Oh my
think.
bad.
No. You're right there. Again, it was a case that Moore wasn't allowed use the main DC character, so he fucking plonked a bunch of personalities from different heroes and villains together to make new ones.
Mhm.
But yeah. Also, I got this fucking Alien comic, and it's really cool. But do you think this xenomorph looks like Venom? or is it that just me?
No,
Looks
it
like
looks
what?
Venom symbiote.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
it's
It
the
it looks like
the eyes and the way they align the teeth that really.
hey Marshall Lewis, what are you reading at the moment, or what are you kind of are you a comic fan, sir? If you are, what titles do you like? John, if you're still in the chat, John's probably working now. Would he be? Would he be at work?
Uh,
Do you think? Trish?
yeah, if he is, he might be working. Unless if he has a day off, he'd definitely be working right now.
But
But
yeah, no, I'm just going through these ones.
Mhm.
Aliens Defiance, great comic, probably one of the last great Aliens comics that will be done by Dark Horse. Um, the the problem is the art by Tristan Jones is amazing, and the first story by Brian Wood is good, but I don't know. Brian Wood kind of fucked up his career because it turned out he was kind of
yeah,
sexually fucking. Uh, he was kind of telling girls in the industry, "Hey, come here, fucking have a one night stand or suck my dick, and I'll make your career, I'll fast track your career," kind of gig, which got out and did bode well for him. And yeah, real left a big stain. And the thing was, this was all going on as the series went on. So as the series went on, his writing deteriorated because people were fucking calling him out and shit.
Mhm.
Stick something else. Mondo Pest. Can you imagine a fucking name an extermination company in America, kind of like a big cockroach
Terminex.
Huh?
Terminex.
Yeah, imagine Terminex. Imagine instead of Colonial Marines, you had a bunch of guys who were like fucking pest controllers that like went around with fucking spray hoses and napalm and stuff. Mondo
Oh,
Pest, pretty funny. He he ends up stopping a xenomorph with his underpants. He ties the very tongue in cheek. He ties the xenomorph's mouth closed with his underpants.
that's dope. I
That,
like that.
that guy sounds a lot like a Saiyan.
He is. He's basically he's Mondo. Here's another picture of Herc Mondo. Herc Mondo is imagine Johnny Bravo. Best way to describe it. Johnny Bravo hunting xenomorph. There's
What?
also Colonial Marine comics. This series featured Vaz Gaz's sister. She had a younger sister. Uh, I particularly like it because there's an advert for Army of Darkness coming soon to cinemas.
Nice.
I love the old comics. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I gotta go. But it was fun.
Oh, John's here. Hang on. Hey, Trenchy, come here. If you're around later on, pop back in, dude. Okay?
Huh?
If you're around later on, dude, fucking pop back in.
Yeah, it just I already had a stream planned and I already had a couple people involved, so I'm sorry, man, but
Oh
it
yeah,
was
you're
good
stopping
shit.
intro. Shit. Am I
Oh
pissing
no,
in your
no, dude, no, don't worry about it. Keep doing your thing, man.
How
Trent,
long when are you motherfuckers supposed to go live?
8 o'clock, but don't worry about it. Keep doing your thing.
No. In conducive to the time now. How far away is that from now?
Like 2 minutes.
It's
Okay. I'm going I'm gonna go for another half an hour. And
Trent, what was your thing tonight? Sorry, I'm sorry, Martin. What was your thing tonight?
Huh? Oh, we're watching a musical.
Okay.
You probably wanna be interested.
Well, I'll be around. I'll come like it, and like I was planning on doing something later. So, like, if you guys are around later, I'll be on one of my channels and shit too. So,
well, I'm rationing my stream, so because I'll fucking jump onto your one. But I wanted to chat to John because I know John's a big fucking comic book and action figure fan like myself. So
oh
I
yeah,
want to get his 2 cents on it. So yeah, Trenchy, fucking pile away there, dude. and
Yeah.
I might fucking swing by year one and grace you with my sexy presence. Christ,
Okay.
your fucking thumbnail is the creepiest fucking thing on the planet, man.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you would be doing your thing, or I would have
No,
rescheduled it.
this was spur of the moment because I'm having a fucking black dog moment and I just wanted to fucking just jump on here and chat to someone and fucking usually I just fucking organize my comics, but I find I'm in my own head then a bit too long. So yeah, no, work away there. I'll see you later. Okay.
Yep, you have a good stream. Stay frosty, everybody.
We'll see you soon, Kenji.
Aliens 5.
Hey, Mark. What's up, Mark?
What's up is I'm reorganizing my comics to fucking I don't know. Have you ever had a jumble in your own brain so you actually organize a physical thing in order to fucking cause your own fucking head to become unjumbled?
Yep. All the time.
That's the best way I can fucking explain it. And it's not even life or death things. It's just sometimes fucking mundane shit gets me down. DTN2 horror. How you fucking doing, man? John, what's your fucking view on Batman versus fucking Superman? The comics, the movies, the fucking idea and concept of a god versus a billionaire.
Didn't like the movie, boss. I never read the comic. Didn't like the movie. I don't know if they how well they stayed within the parameters of the comic. Do you know? Like with the movie,
they took elements. They took elements because keep in mind it's based more on a fucking. It's based primarily on a fucking help me out here. It's a Batman. It's Dark Knight Returns comic.
Yeah.
So it's primarily focusing on Bruce Wayne and Batman. It's Superman's kind of an afterthought. Again, like it's as myself and Mark were saying, that fight would end like fucking the boxing kid fighting Jason in fucking Jason Takes Manhattan. He'd be fucking decapitated. I don't care how many billions of armor and fucking shit you have.
I agree.
You're getting punched in the face by a god. This is my favorite fucking series of Aliens comics. I don't know if you can see it there. The fucking artwork is fucking spectacular. I mean, Jesus, holy fuck. I mean, hang on a minute. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Can you see it, or is it too dark?
It's dark, but we can see. I can make out the art.
I can make it out.
Yeah, it's fucking love the art in that.
You brought up something that like I kind of wanted to talk about, like that you talked about, where the absolute power corrupting and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they handle that that really well in The Boys, that show The Boys, because the characters that are in that, like some of them obviously they call them soups. They're based on, the Justice League, basically, I would argue.
You have Queen Maeve, who's obviously Wonder Woman. You have Homelander, who's Superman. Black Noir, Batman. Hey, Carnotaurus dude. I actually saw a couple of your videos there the last day. They were pretty cool. Sorry, John. But yeah, again, I read the Garth Ennis comics, and this is one of the few occasions I actually think the series is better than the comics. I don't know how to explain. Did you guys have like adult kind of porno comics over in America? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, of course.
Basically, fucking, real grungy kind of shit with like fucking dudes sticking their dicks into glory holes and fucking fat women sucking them off and stuff. Real fucking. Basically, in England and Ireland, there was a comic called The Viz, which was the lowest common denominator of a fucking comic. And I just felt that The Boys graphic novels were like that, where it was
The Viz,
very, very. Sorry, dude.
it was called the Viz.
Yeah, the Viz. It was. Hang on a minute. Give me a second. I'll try and bring it up.
Okay.
But yeah, they were just really throwaway kind of dirty comics, and they wouldn't you really lowest common denominator kind of fucking shit.
I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any character that's ever been created as far as like that with some type of enhanced abilities that's ever been truly pure good. There's always a dark side because they want to show the human side. Because obviously, if I became a fucking superhero right now, I'm probably gonna do mostly good, but I'm gonna use my powers to test something bad too, probably. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I figure everybody's gonna test that shit. I figure everybody will test it, bro.
I think with human psyche, there's like what we think we'll do. No, what we tell people we'll do, what we think we'll actually do, and what we'll do in the moment. I think that's what how it works. Honestly, if I had superpowers, if I had Superman superpowers, yeah, I'd do nice things. But was it Ian Watkins, the guy from Lost Prophets, who was caught trying to fucking have his way with a baby?
What?
Yeah. I would fly into the prison where that fucker is, and I would literally fucking tear off his legs and shove him down his fucking throat.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's what that's a more philosophical question than is it you getting rid of evil in an evil way evil? See how it's weird, right?
Yeah. Again, does two rights make a wrong?
Right.
It's the Machiavellian thing. Do the ends justify the means?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, look at my other favorite superhero comic, Spawn.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
He in his mortal life, Spawn was not a good man by any means of the word.
That's why he ended up in fucking hell. Like he was a fucking hitman. Quick segue, Mark. This was my first ever Aliens comic I ever owned. This one, I love the fucking cover. It's basically it's on a planet that's submerged underwater, and if the hunt xenomorphs underwater. Love it. But yeah, as you were saying, Al Simmons, like he isn't a hero. He wasn't a good guy in like his life, like.
But after he gets his powers, he uses his powers for good.
Right.
So, he has that character. He realizes that, hey, a second chance, and the people I'm defending can't defend themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, like again, it's a case of you're given a second chance, and I think his experiences in Hellmark as well, like it's two elements. One, he doesn't want to go back there, and two, the character of Al Simmons is a stubborn motherfucker. So when the devil tells him you're going to lead my armies of hell, he's like, "Fucking will me hold. I'm not your fucking whipping boy, like have we any Archie fans out there? Any Archie fans? Have anyone read this yet?
I've never got into Archie, bro. That's one comic I've never been able to bring myself to get into.
I think you might enjoy this one though, John. Can you see the title?
Because Archie, Jesus, the Predator.
Yeah, sure. He took on the Punisher as well, John. Fucking the Punisher ended up being a chaperone at Archie's fucking prom. Alien 3, great fucking cover. Arthur Sidam done the cover. Great artist, prick in real life. He had a habit of going to conventions and stealing people's tables. Like people that have a table set up, and he'd pull 3 tables together to show his fucking artwork. But no, yeah. Again, it's like, what would you do with superpower? Carnotaurus, dude. If you had superpowers, what would you do? Your daughters are fans of Rivendell series. Do you think they'd read the fucking Archie versus Predator comic?
Like, first of all, what would your power be, and what would you primarily use it for, and what would you do considerably evil with it? And like Martin gave a good example. He said you would go in a fucking prison and basically kill some pedophile guy or whatever, right? So that could be considered evil in some people's eyes, and it could be like, it depends.
Yeah, okay, John. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up what I do, but and maybe it's bad for my psyche. But if I done that to fucking Ian Watkins or whatever the fuck his name is, I would sleep like a fucking lamb. I'm sorry. Maybe that's something wrong with my psyche. But a guy who tries to fucking diddle a fucking baby, I would have no. I swear to God, that fucker. I would try and keep him alive as long as possible, with the least fucking limbs possible. I would pull his fucking arms and legs. If I had Superman's powers, I would pull his arms and legs off, cauterize the wounds, and leave him up in a fucking mountain for fucking hawks to fucking eat.
But
sorry,
Mom, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you, brother, because before I got out of the military, in my head, I told myself when I go back home, because at the time I was still young, so I hadn't been married to my ex-wife yet. I didn't have a child yet. I told myself, with this training that I got, when I go home, I'm going to fucking dress up like a ninja and go fucking hunt these fuckers down. I was planning to do that shit.
Wait, oh, holy shit, John. You were actually going to go full fucking Frank Castle.
I was going to go fucking, well, not full Frank Castle with the armory, but I was going to do, I have like a very, I can't, I detest that shit, bro.
You're better off, John. Seriously, by the fucking second or third run, they would have made you black, and then they would have brought you back as Frankenstein or some fucking shit. Has anyone read that, actually? Do you know the story about that, John?
Which one?
Basically, in the 80s, Marvel were worried that Frank the Punisher was killing too many demographics.
Yeah.
So as not to seem, this was the biggest misstep ever. So as not to seem racist, they had him go undercover with Luke Cage and had him dye his skin to make him look African American.
Does this comic still exist?
Yeah.
I need it because Luke Cage, bro. Luke Cage is my all-time favorite comic. It's the first comic I ever had was Luke Cage, bro. When I was a 5-year-old kid.
I saw that. I saw your your fucking your icon or your thumbnail.
Yeah. That right there. That's it, man. That's the.
And I'm gonna open image in new tab. Give me 1 second, dudes, and I will show you this.
But if we ask the question, like Martin, obviously you said you would probably have Superman powers, and you would basically, that's what you would do, that others would be, well, we were trying to fucking make him, what do you call it? Put this person back into society that's doing this thing to kids, right? There's no redemption for that shit.
There's no way back. Like, can you see the cover there?
Yep, I see it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this cover before somewhere.
It's bombing around. Blood Red Skies, how you doing? How you joined the stream link? Okay, I'm gonna drop the thing there, and I'm going to take it on regard that you're a fairly decent bloke. All I ask is treat people with respect and don't be a bollocks on my stream. So hop on in if you want, dude. But yeah, again, I'm not like that's what I think I do. Maybe I wouldn't have the fucking nerve to do that. But I genuinely think if I did do it, I wouldn't really have much trouble fucking sleeping.
Yeah, same. What about you, Mark? Like, would you have a certain superpower? Would you?
Just give me Spawn's powers.
Spawn?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just fucking tearing shit up left and right then with Spawn, man.
But remember now, half of Spawn's powers comes from the symbiotic suit that he wears.
True.
So even if Spawn doesn't want, let's just hypothetically say Spawn doesn't want to fight.
Right.
The symbiotic suit that he wears is gonna be like, no, bitch, we're gonna fuck shit up.
Right. It has the symbiotic suit is a mind of its own, and it's its own entity, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only he ended up having fucking sex with Angela the Angel because Spawn's chains and her ribbons were fucking attracted to each other. And he's like, well, you know what? She's a fucking Amazonian as well, so that kind of softens the blow to having to fucking do that. Yeah, no. Well, the thing is, yeah, DTN, you're right, because the creator of Venom was Todd McFarlane. He wanted to go further with Venom, but Marvel wouldn't allow him, so he went off and made Spawn. That's why Spawn and Venom have actually a very similar kind of fucking look.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's undeniable, man. Like I have I got not an actual the figure of Spawn, but I got a Spawn figure somewhere. Probably have a few Spawn comics stored somewhere too. But yeah, I was semi into Spawn when the movie came out. I was like, this is pretty cool. You go back and look at it now, it's like, holy fuck! Look at these graphics. It's like this is definitely 1990s. It's very dated. They need
but the thing is, when that fucking movie came out, people were like, Jesus fuck, like that was computer graphics at the time. Those fucking graphics, they were like Jurassic Park level.
The funny thing is as much everything that they couldn't put in that movie, they put in the HBO series.
Oh, that HBO series, like again, and it was a sheer work of genius. Having Keith, my voice will make women orgasm. David voicing fucking Spawn. I mean, he fucking kicked ass. Like
that guy. That guy has two of the most iconic roles in animated cartoon history.
Goliath and Spawn. Come here, DTN. I'm not fucking Kevin Smith. I'm not going to give you a fucking bollocking for not knowing everything about comic books. I'm not. I'm not going to be like, I look, chime in with movie. I look your own 2 cents, even from what you know, and if there is like some misunderstanding, it's grand. Blood Red Skies fucking disappeared. I left a link from there that they sent it. They seemed like a fucking alright bloke. I don't mind. Whatever. Again, going through more Alien and Predator. I am so fucking proud. I have nearly every fucking Dark Horse Alien and Predator comic. I love fucking those comics. They were brilliant. And I'm so worried that fucking Marvel have already cocked things up because the guy they got to do the cover for their first new comic, he stole artwork from the artist who last worked on the Dark Horse comic. So they're not off to the fucking start.
I'm gonna break something out because it's only because it's right next to me, Martin. I'm gonna ask you. Probably remember these. I have.
Okay. John, all I'll say is it's a family stream. When you whip something out, man, just make sure.
Well, it's gonna be clean. It's not gonna be dirty, Martin. So yeah.
I'm joking.
But do you remember when Stan Lee did these?
They were nice.
Just imagine like Shazam, but created by Marvel, right? And then what's up, Skywater? And then they had Sandman. Just imagine Stan Lee did the Sandman. There was a whole run of these. I think I got most of them. Just imagine Stan Lee's the Batman.
Christ. Oh yeah, so he basically he reimagined classic characters. Skywater, are you a comic collector or a fan of comics?
Let me show you. No, just mostly horror.
Horror comics and shit, or horror movies and all that? Oh shit! Damn, he got the. Is that? Do I see VHS tape?
Dude.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
I think I have. Is that? Did he come with two heads? Did he come with a second head that wasn't cracked down the middle? That Jason. I think that's the Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason, right? Yeah,
Oh,
that's part.
fucked up.
That,
um, let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, most of them came with two.
come here a minute, guys. I'm giving you fucking carte blanche. Drop fucking links to your channels and stuff in the chat.
Well,
Dude, have you the fucking new beginning, Jason?
Yeah.
Skywater.
Yeah.
That looks fucking badass.
Yeah, and then I had the what was it called? Myers from Halloween 2.
Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Nice. The one thing I like those figures, but I don't like the clothes. Sometimes they end up looking like they're a fucking toddler wearing their parents' clothes. That's
Martin. Can you make him big with that? Can you show that again, Sky?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Hang on. Fucking.
Look at the collar.
Trying to see it.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Nice. How big is that fucker?
It's the same regular. It's regular. The collar.
6 or 7
the
inch.
collar looks like shit.
Come here, Skywater. Is your channel name Blood Red Skies?
Yeah, I'm Blood Red Skies.
Cool beans. If any of you guys get a chance, check out Blood Red Skies. Have you content uploaded, dude?
I do music on a whole other channel, but yeah, they can subscribe to me if they want.
Yeah, look, fucking check out Blood Red Skies. He's got another channel. He does music. Do you have a link to the fucking dude? Plonk a fucking link in the chat to your other channel as well. Like if people, oh, what the heck am I doing? Go back. I hate technology. Damn you. Wait. Yeah, there we go. Fucking problem started. Dude, oh, he's gone. Okay. I didn't knock him off. Didn't mean to knock him off. Don't know what happened there. But yeah, no. John, you're doodling.
Yeah, you want to see?
Give us a gook. Give us a look. Oh, was that the picture that I thought looked like the Max, or the one that looked like the Cthulhu creature?
No, this is a
It
newest.
looks like mech armor. It looks like mech armor, and there's like a gold fucking gauntlet coming out of the side, getting ready to punch the shit out of some green alien. And there's like another arm with the gun. The barrel has melted down, and maybe I'm on too much drugs or medication or something. Maybe that's what I'm fucking seeing inside.
It's art is subjective, man. It's all what you see, man. I might see something different. Mark might see something different. You know what I mean?
But no. Do you think? Here's an interesting thing. It was an article done by Jerry Conway recently, the guy behind the Punisher, and he says that he's annoyed that I don't know if you know about this. I was chatting to a guy who works. He's an artist. He was going to release a Punisher comic, but it got cancelled because of the whole fucking riots and shit and the cops incorporating Punisher. But he's saying, like, why the fuck don't newer generations have their own fucking superheroes? Why do they keep on going back to the older ones? Like, again, there are new characters coming out. You obviously, like, the last big kind of character was last big kind of new character that was popular was Harley Quinn, and she was an offshoot from the Batman animated series. So, like, do you think it's a case that we need to keep on making new characters so we don't fuck up the ones we have? Like, you know.
I mean, I would argue that they've already done that. I would argue that and mind you, I'm I'm not against no group of people. I understand that like everybody wants to be inclusive and stuff. I've seen the revamp of some of the characters where they make it like, oh, it's this person or Amadeus Cho is like the stronger than the fucking Hulk now or some, and I'm just like I get that. If you're gonna make a new character, new character, don't base it off somebody else's powers or flip it. Like I have no problem with a female Thor and all this shit, but I just see them pandering to certain audiences just to it's a cash grab to me at the end of the day. It's not like
Again, if you're doing something to fucking kind of if you're making a character more like a product than an actual character to fit a demographic, then you're doing yourself a this fucking service. And it's also a disservice to like people who have genuinely cool original characters, be they African American, be they LGBT, be they fucking Asian or Muslim or anything. It's just you're taking the fucking spotlight away from original kind of characters.
Bro, my first comic book I ever collected was Luke Cage. Like there was a fucking and we're going back to like, you know, old school corner store with the metal racks that spun around. You got Superman, Spider-Man, you got all this different shit. My eyes gravitated right to two different comics, Luke Cage and Warlord from DC. For some reason, those two caught my eye more than any of the other ones. And those are the first two that I started collecting when I was young, five. So
okay, I'm gonna pan away from comics ever so slightly and go on to basically well, kind of a segue. What's your guys' takes on horror movies that's based on kind of classic horror comics like Creepshow or like Tales from the Crypt or the likes of that? Well, I'm gonna start with DTN first because dude, I don't think you've ever been on my stream. What's your view? Are you a fan of the old kind of the EC inspired movies and the anthologies like Creepshow and like Tales from the Crypt? Like
yeah. I grew up in the 80s, and so I really liked Creepshow. Tales from the Crypt was something that came on HBO, which I didn't have growing up, but I have since gone back and seen some of those episodes. But yeah, I'm a fan of them.
And dude, had you read any of those kind of fucking horror comics back in the day? Or I know some of them had been reprinted. Did you ever get your hands on any of them? And
no.
No. Okay. Do you think the comic book format suited the likes of fucking Tales from the Crypt and Tales from the Crypt and Creepshow? Do you think that worked for it, or do you think, like, for example, with Creepshow, the way John Carpenter and it was John Carpenter, wasn't it? Yeah, it was John Carpenter. The way he kind of laid out the shots and stuff and put in certain kind of borders and panels to make it look like the comic. Did that enhance it, or did you kind of find that a bit silly when you watched it, or do you think it still holds up?
I think it holds up still. I had no problem with the comic book sales and all that stuff.
Cool. Skywater, dude, are you a fan of Tales from the Crypt or Creepshow or the old kind of EC inspired horror movies, and do you think the whole comic book thing works?
I think actually Bordello of Blood. That was probably the first film I ever saw that was horror, probably.
Wow. Shit.
Oh. So what age were you when you saw it?
Probably only 7.
Oh, that's a great movie to pop your
automatic. He's seeing gore titties right away with that one right there, man. So
I remember watching. I remember for anyone who used to watch it lived in the UK. There was a channel called Bravo, and I remember seeing Twins of Evil on that when I was like fucking 8. I was like, holy shit, tits! This is brilliant. Not only once of the tits, 2 sets of tits. It was fucking brilliant. It was like it was like Nirvana for me watching that movie. But yeah, again, it's I kind of find that maybe it's myself. Um, I kind of found that's where horror movies I think is where a lot of young fellas see their first sets of boobs. I don't know if would you agree?
No,
No.
I
no.
agree.
My first set of titties on screen was Pam Grier, and I was probably about 5, 6 years old. I went to my little local hood cinema in my neighborhood, and I was like, my grandmother took me of all people, and I think it was.
Oh Jesus Christ!
They were like replaying Foxy Brown, dude. And I was like,
Awkward.
I covered my eyes, but I was just like, I was in love right there, bro. So,
I know, like again, I like it was Twins of Evil, and then like my first fucking watching the sex scene would have been a couple of months later when my brother rented out Predator 2, and your man in the penthouse fucking getting pile drived by the chick who was in porn. I was like, what's he? Oh, that's what's happening. I thought she was stabbing him or something. But yeah, it was the other way around, I guess. Yeah, no, just I do think that a lot of John, you're the exception, but I do think a lot of fellas kind of like their first sight of the female form is usually in a horror movie.
Yeah.
What about
For me, it was Friday the 13th and Return of the Living Dead. I mean, you had Trash in the cemetery dancing naked. I mean,
oh yeah, my favorite line in that movie, DTN, is in the background. The African punk, he's like, Trash is taking off her clothes again. Just the fact that this is a regular occurrence for this chick.
Right.
That was what's his name? Was that Miguel Nunez who starred in Friday Part 5?
yes.
Yeah.
Same
He
actor, yeah.
and was killed on the shitter by Jason, I think.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man.
Yeah, he was homeless when he made that movie. I think I saw that.
Oh, when he made Return of the Living Dead 2?
Yeah, he was homeless, basically. Yeah.
Shit. Never knew that.
I remember Return of the Living Dead. The first time I ever saw that, I just remembered I seen Michael Jackson getting electrocuted when I was young.
That was
it.
part 2. Yeah, it was part 2. That had a body double.
That's the first time I ever saw that film. I just remember that. I was young.
Yeah, he does the fucking classic twirl as he's getting fucking fried.
Yeah.
He was the comic relief in like a lot of his early movies and shit. You know what I mean? Like he was the comedic relief in his early movies.
Your man Nunez.
Yeah, definitely in Return of the Living Dead and in Friday 5 and
He was pretty badass in that though. He fucking he was one of the few punks that survived to. I know everyone got fucking nuked, but he survived to the very fucking end. Like,
yeah, I like him better in Return of the Living Dead than Friday 5, even though Friday 5.
Sure.
Oh yeah, no, I kind of just fucking. I find that horror, like you get introduced to a lot of fucking kind of concepts and things. Like it's. I maybe I'm being a bit lofty saying this, but I think horror is like a modern interpretation of fairy tales, kind of Grimm's fairy tales, where like that's why kids are attracted to it. Like like a lot of the fucking Hans Christian Andersen kind of horror stories have very fucking horrific kind of tones and stuff like that. Like even in early Germanic versions of Little Red Riding Hood, Red Riding Hood is fucking ravaged by the wolf. So it's you can definitely see kind of how horror is like a rite of passage for kids into like adolescence, and I think that's something horror kind of does as well, and that's why it's important. Go on, Skywater. What are you going to say, dude?
I was gonna say you're right because I even had I had an ex girlfriend. She you know what she was terrified of? She was traumatized and terrified of Wrong Turn from 2003.
Yeah.
I put it on for 1 second, and she was gonna actually break up with me because she was terrified of Wrong Turn. Wrong Turn is the least scary movie ever, but she's also like scared of blood and all that, and so it was like yeah. I feel like if you grow up not watching like rated R films or anything,
Mhm.
then I think you're kind of being coddled.
Right.
Yeah. Again, like there was this fantastic documentary. It's like it's again like it's a rite of passage. You need to galvanize yourself from like the horrors of the world around you don't seem as bad when you're watching horror movies because at least you can fucking press the stop button or the pause button and just fucking walk away from it. And it's just it's those kind of bite-sized pieces of terror that kind of reinforce you against that. Hey,
Yeah, so I'm
Skywalker,
like,
don't worry about it,
I'm,
man. I had to break up with a chick because she didn't fucking believe in dinosaurs. But that's another fucking story for
yeah, and it's like on top of that, so if you can't even watch a movie like Wrong Turn, what happened? Like, what happened if you're like in an actual life or death situation? You know,
yeah.
films can
Again,
help you survive. I feel like
yeah.
some can
Again,
help.
no one wants to be caught in a fucking head-on collision in a car accident or anything like that. But yeah, you need. I do think there does need to be a level of fucking like, shit in life can get ugly. Like I grew up on a farm as well, and like you'd see animals die and stuff like that. It's just. It's just I think films like that fucking kind of galvanized me against that kind of stuff. But
Really? Like
sorry?
bro, I like for me, bro. I grew up pretty fucked up. I grew up in a real bad neighborhood, like fucking bad. When I got in the military, and then I went to fucking like shit where in a wartime theater and shit. It was you know, it you would think that watching horror movies and all that time and shit, but like when you really deal with that shit, like you said in like real life, what a Sky was saying, uh, you think you'd be a little bit desensitized towards it, but when you're actually in amidst within it, it's a whole different story, man. You know what I mean? It's fucking like I don't play any Call of Duty games or anything like that, and I know former military people who have, but some are like a little bit more. And I'm not saying that I'm all messed up PTSD, but it's just like there's certain things I'd rather not do that I've already done, basically.
Yeah, I get what you're saying as well, because there is a kind of you can also flip it. For example, best example of that would be horror visual effects maestro Tom Savini. He was in Vietnam, and he was able to copy all these fucking like wounds and kind of traumatic fucking injuries and stuff that turn up in these horror movies because he was a combat photographer and he would use the fucking the photos he took of men and machinery and animals being destroyed and dismembered and stuff and use that to base like, well, how am I going to put a machete through? How would a machete look through someone's head, or how would a gunshot wound look to the face? And like that was kind of his way of coping as well. That it was cathartic. It was cathartic for him to do stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think modern horror? I'm going to do clockwise. I'm going to go with Mark first. Do you think modern horror is very kind of diluted now?
I think that most modern horror fans they are so desensitized by the actual real world that you could put almost anything in a movie nowadays and they'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't think that you don't think we can shock modern audiences anymore, no?
Yeah.
My very first real introduction to horror, that wasn't Vincent Price or the Universal Monsters, was Last House on the Left,
Mm.
the original.
The rape scene.
Mm-hmm.
That whole entire movie just kind of makes you want to take a shower afterwards.
Yeah, it was a nasty movie, and that was the point. Like, fucking again,
So
Wes Craven, Wes Craven, when he made it, said he wanted people to realize people were disgusted, but what he was trying to do is, I hope if someone watches this movie that they never think I never want to push anyone or let anyone go through an instance like this. But yeah, as you were saying, Mark, one.
but then you look at a movie like Audition,
Oh.
which blows Last House on the Left completely out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Just how brutal it is. And the thing of it is your antagonist looks so it's the most unassuming
Mm-hmm.
person you would ever expect to be that crazy. She is, the girl looks completely just totally demure and totally loving, and when it goes back to her place, you find out she's got a man kept in a bag.
That was like that's when you're fucking know you've reached the fucking point of no return with that film. DTN, can I ask you a favor, dude? Can I tell people I'm a celebrity? Can I tell people that you're Richard Harris and you're on my stream? Because I'm just hang on a minute. I gotta show you. I gotta show the guys this now. Hang on, this is okay. Take a look at the awesomely sexy looking DTN there, right? Okay, and then take a look at this man. What do you think? That separated at birth?
I've been told I resemble Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
I would say they could definitely be related.
Okay. It's just me. So I'm just being weird.
No. You can see a little bit of resemblance there.
Pull up Kiefer Sutherland.
Richard Harris, or no, Jared Harris from the terrible Poltergeist remake is on my stream. I'm joking.
movie.
But yeah, no. Again, DTN, what do you think? Do you think horror movies hold up today? Do you think do you think they've been diluted?
I don't care much for the modern horror. I didn't like Hereditary. I didn't like It Follows. I prefer my 80s and 90s horror movies.
No, I get that. I like the avant-garde horror, but it can be, as you said, I think like myself and yourself come from a generation where like horror movies there is a very fucking let's use elastic and fucking sticky tape to put a horror together. Let's do this gumshoe. We're not making Shakespeare. We're making something that's a fun popcorn flick. And like, I don't think that the creators of like Evil Dead 2 wanted you like to be having a fucking discussion about the intricacies of Ash's psychological fucking status after the events at a movie, like, So yeah, you're right.
I will.
But I agree with Mark though.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well,
when it comes to horror movies, I will always prefer 80s and 90s over the shit that comes out today.
Same. I would even go 70 for me. I like a lot of like the Hammer horror shit, but like Martin said, like that type of stuff where he's seen the You know, like what was it, Martin? The first one you saw titties in the first horror movie.
Oh, Twins Evil.
Yeah,
Again, yeah. Again, Twins. I loved how Hammer were like, yeah, we're posh. We've nothing to shed, but you like titties, don't you? We got titties as well.
I mean, like, a lot of times that's like when you're a kid, and well, we didn't have cable either growing up. Like I was watching regular TV, seeing, and mind you, on a fucking black and white TV. But it didn't matter when you're watching some of the old black and white ones. But like with the Hammer horror, they would have those. They would feature those on a certain day, and they would show those. But they would show it if it was on TV. They would show it without the nudity and stuff. So they would skip to a commercial when it might be like that type of shit. But eventually, I saw them in all their glory, like they were intended to be. But but yeah, like the fucking I've been exposed to horror since I was like probably like 5 years old, man. First shit I saw was The Exorcist with my grandma, and that just had me so messed up for so long.
Jeez, John, your
that bothered
fucking
me.
granny was hardcore, man. Fucking The Exorcist, Foxy Brown, Chris. Did you rob a liquor store as a fucking coup de grace like after the fucking movie?
We lived in a fucking unique neighborhood, man. I'll just say that. You know what I mean? So,
Well, I'm not trying to put a fucking date or an age on you, dude, but when you went to would there have been like grindhouse cinemas in your neighborhood?
oh yeah, definitely. Not in my neighborhood, but like I could go to them, not by myself, obviously, but I could get to them if I wanted to. But yeah, the one little cinema in my neighborhood, they played nothing grindhouse, nothing, but a lot of the early 80s stuff that you guys came up with, and you know, a lot of the blaxploitation movies and all this type of stuff that I saw at a young age, man. So I was exposed to all of that, you know. But I mean, some of the same shit was actually going around on in my neighborhood as well. So that's the crazy thing about it.
Skywater, what do you think? Do you think fucking newer horror movies today, do they hold up? Is there any exceptions to the rule? Like, are they all fucking neutered, or is there some ones that fucking surprised you that came out recently?
For recent, I would have to say The Lighthouse was probably the best recent one.
Yeah,
I love that. That was a class movie. That was almost Lovecraftian, and it was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I liked it more than Hereditary and Midsummer. So I like the Lighthouse movie.
I like those movies. I genuinely do like avant-garde fucking horror movies, but sometimes it's nice to watch a fucking horror movie that you don't have to have the fucking brain in overdrive. You can just fucking. Again, I think it's that old part of our brain, like the fuckers who are at the Coliseum. We like to watch just carnage. It's up there with like, I think watching a horror movie is the equivalent of like driving by. Maybe this is a horrible fucking comparison, but driving, you know, when you drive by like a car accident, and that split second you look out the window, so you may or may not see some fucking carnage. Jerexion 01, hey, what's up, dude? Actually, okay, starting from Skywater backwards. Skywater, have you any favorite grindhouse flicks?
Oh yeah, I can show you some of those. I don't even know how many people have seen this one. Fight for Your Life.
Is that with the female baseball team being hunted?
Oh.
No, it's when these escaped prisoners break into a black family's house. It's like The Last House on the Left, except prisoners break into a black family's house and they gotta survive. It's like The Last House on the Left from 1970. This is from 1978.
Okay, that's one to check out. Dude, Skywater, I think if you do decide to fucking put up content, I think your first video should be your VHS collection. Just a rundown of your VHS collection.
Yeah, I got too much, and You know, like Deep Red.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Savage. But no, dude, I'm saying like on a standalone video. If you were to
Okay.
do like a kind of a debut fucking video, I'd say do. I think you should do a kind of a fucking VHS collection. David, favorite Grindhouse movie?
I really like Death Proof. That's a good one for me,
Well,
anyways.
have you any ones from the heyday, like the 70s or the 80s?
I really don't remember watching a lot of those back in the 70s and 80s.
I wasn't around, but I kind of I got into Grindhouse because of one movie. I'll be right back. I'll show you. John, what was your favorite Grindhouse movie growing up?
Bro, it had to be fucking somewhere between the 70s and 80s. Probably like I would say something like I would classify for me The Exterminator. I think that came out in like either 79 or 80. I would call that a grind.
81. Oh my God, John.
Well,
I don't know if you can see it.
you grabbed
That
it?
was my favorite.
Is it Exterminator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Followed close behind by this one.
Last Fighter. Yeah, that was I remember there was a lot of I remember back then there was a lot of movies like that, like a lot. I used to really love, and I still do to this day, sort of the post-apocalyptic, like the Italian ones that people would do, like the fall of 2019
Yeah.
after
They were shot in fucking Italy. But what did I loved about some of these covers was you'd think you were watching a post-apocalyptic fucking movie with this fucking dude in badass armor. I mean, I like, just to show you, at no fucking stage does Robert Ginty dress like that in the fucking movie. At no fucking stage. Does anyone know any good horror anime? Do you want a series or an actual movie? An anime horror movie to watch? Because if I was going to suggest
I got one.
a anime horror would be Wicked City.
Yes.
That is an awesome
Perfect.
horror anime. That was like one of the first animes I ever watched.
Wicked City?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Dude, Vampire Hunter D. Go look it up. Yep. There's an horror anime for you right there. Even I don't know how I didn't watch it, that Castlevania shit that came on Netflix. So I don't know.
It is great.
Is it good, Mark?
It's really good. They stick pretty close to the actual game.
Nice.
I really did enjoy all 3 seasons of it.
That one's the one I kind of didn't get in to watch any of that, but older school, go watch like Vampire Hunter D, go watch Wicked City, go watch there's another, I would say Akira, I guess.
Akira I would classify as sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
It toes the line between both.
Yeah, I got Akira. I got that one too.
Akira.
Violent Attack.
Wondered by most anime fans.
Yeah, isn't that when she turns into like a alien and all that, and then she kills 2 guys at like a motel?
Is that Akira?
No. I think you're thinking about Wicked City, Skywater.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about Chimera. It's called Chimera.
Chimera?
Oh,
Or
Yeah.
Chimera, something.
I think
John.
for me, horror
Yeah.
anime that I would recommend would be Elfenlied.
They commissioned that poster for the Blu-ray. Don't know if you can see it.
I don't know if do I have that edition? I have some edition of that movie on Blu-ray. I don't know if it's that one, bro. I know I have
Is it an Arrow? Is it the Arrow edition?
I'd have to look, and I don't feel like getting up right now.
No. You're okay.
Was there a vampire princess? I recall a vampire princess.
Me You.
Yeah. That's one I recall from the 90s.
Oh shit! Yeah, Vampire Princess.
Dum.
And then like Ghost in the Shell and those kind of.
Yeah,
Oh,
but horror in the regards to horror,
Yeah.
trying to fucking think.
Yeah, there's few and far between as far as horror goes. After you get past Wicked City, you gotta go Demon City Shinjuku.
Oh shit.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's kind of that bleed off where they go into fucking hentai levels with then you got stuff like Uzumaki Legend of the Overfiend or like it's usually it usually ends in some monster that has a fucking dick for a head, like fucking attacking some fucking schoolyard or some shit like that, you know?
But Martin, back to the horror of today. I feel like today's horror, it just relies mostly on jump scares, and I mean, after a while, it just gets to be so repetitive and boring. Like
Yeah,
the Nun was
I
horrible.
I do agree with you in that like the James Wan fucking uh Conjuring or Paranormal, it's all fucking sound.
Yeah,
Even it, like I enjoyed it, but it was all just done with fucking guitar snares or violin snares, just fucking just creepy noises to make you jump out of your seat.
yeah. Same with the Witch. I mean, it was just noises.
Are you talking about the witch, the one like the one from like medieval? Well, not medieval, but when they were in New England and stuff. That witch.
Yes, that one. Mm-hmm.
Bro,
The kind of had
that
a
movie,
decent
the sound
storyline.
quality in that movie is so hard to hear. Like when they're speaking, it's like you got to turn your shit up all the way.
I get what you're saying, David, but I just liked it for the atmosphere, creepy atmosphere.
Yeah.
And like again, I love my Neve to bits, but the fact you got to see Anna Taylor Joy's arse didn't hurt that movie either. So like
Yeah, and then the one that I really enjoyed that was recent was Color Out of Space. I mean, but that
was
but
brilliant.
that had some throwbacks to like The Thing and stuff. Remember, like
Yeah.
when the mom and the son kind of conjoin and stuff.
Yeah.
That felt like John Carpenter to me.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know,
movie. I love that fucking movie, dude. That movie like tripped me the fuck out.
That
like,
movie was great.
yeah.
Like Dave, keep in mind as well. Keep in mind that the Thing, like the Thing, is based on the book called Who Goes There by John W. Campbell. John W. Campbell was a sometimes collaborator with H.P. Lovecraft. Lovecraft used to share a lot of his characters and his ideas with the likes of Campbell, and you even had fucking elder gods turn up in Conan. He was good friends with Robert E. Howard. In fact, Robert E. Howard stopped him from being beaten to death by a bunch of Polish dock workers in a fucking bar in like the 30s.
Lovecraft he's from here, bro. I'm from Rhode Island, bro. So he's from Providence, Rhode Island. That's where homeboy's from. He was kind of notoriously racist and shit.
Oh yeah. What happened was, John, right? He fucking he had been coaxed out. He was a recluse, and he had been coaxed out by a group of, I think it might have been Robert Bloch and a bunch of other lads, to go out in the fucking piss because they had published like a collection of their magazines, and they went into a bar. They went into some fucking the Portside bar, and of course fucking Lovecraft, being the fucking prim and proper guy, had like one or two drinks and he was fucking flaked. And then he started talking about the immigrant hordes coming into the fucking ports of America, ruining the country. And he was about to be beaten in the inch of his life. And Robert E. Howard stepped up and said, "Look, lad, I can buy you all a drink, or I can put you in the hospital." And they're like, "Fuck you, you fucking, you pencil neck fucker." Apparently, Howard picked up a fucking bar stool and broke it off the fucking head of the biggest of the dock workers, and they left fucking Lovecraft alone. They were really good friends. Howard absolutely fucking adored fucking Lovecraft. That's a movie I'd love to see. Like the best fucking odd couple. You've like this stick insect of a racist, and you've this fucking jolly Texan with fucking bipolar disorder who dreams about fucking barbarians. It would have been brilliant.
Yeah, where's that movie?
And there's a brilliant story because Howard basically brought a lot of money into the town he lived in, and he suffered from fucking bipolar disorder and manic breaks in his fucking psyche, and he had new neighbors, and I think this might have been a month before he killed himself, when his mother died. His neighbors had been there 2 days, and he fucking all of a sudden Robert E. Howard comes out in his boxer shorts with a Remington shotgun and starts fucking talking like Conan, firing into the air. And the neighbors call the police, and the cops arrive, and they're like, "What do we do?" And they're like, "Ah, that's just Robert. He does this from time to time. It's okay." But yeah. But yeah, no. Sorry, Dave. I completely shanghaied what you were saying. But yeah, Color Out of Space, awesome. Awesome kind of Lovecraft. Obviously, connotations to the thing, like with body dysmorphia or body transformation. If you like that, and being a horror fan, I'm guessing Ollie saw it. Within the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter. Have you seen that?
Is my favorite Carpenter movie.
Yep.
Wait. You haven't seen it, dude?
I haven't seen it, no.
Oh, fuck me.
Man.
Okay, look, here's what you have to do, right? Here's what you have to do. You have to go into a record store that's still open. I don't care if you have money. If you don't, pull out a knife, demand a copy of fucking Within the Mouth of Madness, and get that movie. Because it fucking kicks
Look, make
ass.
sure you ask him if you read Suter Kane.
I just recently watched Prince of Darkness for the first time, also.
Oh wow! Nice.
Fucking Donald Pleasance and fucking Satan in a Jar. How can you go wrong? And fucking what's his name? Fuck. Think.
The dude from Big Trouble in Little China is in it too.
Yeah, no, I know him, but no, it's a musician, Alice Cooper, as a homo eater of zombies. That reminded me of. Have you watched? If you guys, Dave, if you like Carpenter-esque 80s kind of horror, creature horror, The Void. Have you seen The Void?
I watched that. Yes, that was good. The one in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
With the people in the white
Skywater,
seats.
have you seen that movie?
Nuh-uh.
Dude, you have to see The Void.
It's great. It's I think it's on Shudder, right? Or Tubi? One of those two.
I don't care. Go out, beg, borrow, fucking burn someplace fucking down to get a copy of it. Just fucking watch the movie. It's fucking savage. That is an awesome cover. Well, is that Shout Factory, John?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck me sideways. That's a nice cover.
I gotta drop, guys, but it was good talking to you.
Dave, you're always welcome back to the stream, man. And don't ever fucking be afraid to fucking drop in and say, "Hi, bollocks, make some space. I want to jump on, okay?"
Will do.
Okay, see you later, dude.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
On camera.
Yeah, I'm on camera. My wife coming in. Yeah, but Martin.
That film's fucking awesome, though.
Yeah.
It is.
I saw that movie when it first came out at theaters.
If you haven't watched that movie, you're a fucking communist in my fucking eyes.
Shit.
But come here, the fucking Trenchy and Antro started their stream, and I don't want to be a fucking dickhead and be pulling away from them, so I'm going to disband. But before I go, I want each one of you to fucking. Hang on a minute, I'm going to fucking give wrenches. I'm going to go fucking wrench crazy here now. Hang on a minute now. Hold on. Where the fuck are y'all hiding? Right. And you get a wrench.
You get a wrench.
We
got Oprah from Ireland.
I have a wrench.
Huh?
No, John already has a wrench. Bu- 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 bu.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. Remember, I got fucking 3 channels though, so I could come in with any one, brother. You know what I mean?
Fucking John Holmes, motherfucker, coming out of nowhere from all angles.
Yeah, man.
He's able to take it from all angles, or give it from all angles.
Sure.
There you are.
Shit.
Right. Add as moderator. Come here, Blood Red Sky. Will you drop a link to your channel, your music channel, in the chat for people who want to check your music
Yeah.
out, if you want?
Yeah, I'm on this phone, so it's just gonna mess up, but I will.
Okay. No, do you know what, dude? What's the name of your channel? What's the name of your channel, sir?
Definitely. I'm gonna go sub
Lost-
right now, man.
Lost Boy Bias.
All one word or all separated?
Yeah, one word. Lost Boy BYOUS.
Okay.
I can't spell to save my fucking life, so John, when you find it, will you drop it in the fucking chat there, man? And what kind of I don't want to come across as a fucking dumbass, but what kind of music do you kind of like? What's your genre? Do you kind of music do you do?
It's just beats or remixing. So
Oh yeah.
remix. So I remix like something old or even horror. I remix like horror too and rock and rap, just everything. It's just I remix a bunch of shit. That's it.
I have not watched the Clone Wars yet. Jixaron. I'm watching I watch Camp Cretaceous. If you like the Clone Wars, check that out. But yeah, no, fucking Skywater, fucking I'm gonna add your channel, dude, because I think I already have added you actually. Why? Fucking think so.
I have it now. I just subscribe to him and stuff. So
Okay.
Appreciate it.
yeah, man. I
No bother.
do hip hop music, brother. So I can relate with that. So I can't do beats, but I rap like a motherfucker though. So
Oh yeah, I'll make a beat out of some grindhouse 70s music or something. I got all types of beats.
I gotta go listen to that, bro, because I'll be all up on that shit, man. That's fucking.
Well, I gotta warn you, lads. You're both fucked because Mark is a killer on the accordion. That's all I'm gonna fucking say.
Yeah.
Mark rips shit up on the accordion. Okay, so
Shit.
I'm going to pull an Ed Kemper and fucking turn myself in. So yeah, no, check out these guys' channels. It's been awesome, Skywater. It's been awesome, John. Awesome, Mark. As always, awesome. Trenchy, as always, awesome.
Mhm.
David DNT2 Rise of the Machines. David's been awesome. Everyone who's been in the chat, thank you very much. Check these fuckers out. If you don't, I'll come back as some kind of fucking rate and murder you all. And yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now. Yeah, and here.